additional proposition that will support you guys in understanding the sustainability, acceptability, and feasibility study. It's been long. ACCA brought that topic. As you can see from the question that was solved, it's been long. And your diet is December diet. There can be some sort of it. Am I audible?
Yes, you are.
Okay, Adisa,
Yes, I can hear you.
okay. So it's been long that ACCA bring forward that topic. So while I was looking at the assignment I gave you guys, I saw an element of it in it. So I was even looking for Ogesh to absorb it, or Damilola, or even Adisa to absorb it. So when I asked her this morning, she said she's just reading it. I said, and this question we must solve it today, so that we will not make the mistake that we did to make last week. We must solve it today. So I sought for additional material that will help you guys to understand this properly, so that the one you have watched is good as introduction. Now let me now allow you to watch the one that we instill the understanding of that topic. Let me say we sink it in. That we sink it in. Carefully follow up with this.
Feasibility and acceptability analysis, and this is based upon a case called as SWIFT. And this question has appeared in the exam
Can you hear the audio?
2010 in ACCA. So we'll start from the requirement here. So the
Yeah, we can hear it
Is
a
it
bit, but not too loud.
Okay.
So in this video, we'll be discussing about the topics suitability, feasibility, and acceptability analysis. And this is based upon a case called as SWIFT. And this question has appeared in the exam June 2010 in ACCA. So we'll start from the requirement here. So the requirement states that so it is a two-part question, okay? And the first part of the question asks you, assess using both financial and non-financial measures the attractiveness from Swift's perspective of EVM as an acquisition target. So a company called as Swift is going to buy another company called as an EVM, and our job is to tell whether it's a proper acquisition target. So we are using the model called as suitability, feasibility, and acceptability as a method. This particular question has not asked you to write an answer in terms of the SFA analysis, but still that would be a more appropriate kind of a tool, because SFA is applicable when the company is trying to find out a particular option, a strategic option, whether that strategic option is suitable for our company, is feasible for our company, and acceptable to our company. So SFA would be an ideal model to fit for this question. There's also a second question which asks about the Porter's diamond, but we are not going to discuss about this question.
My work is easy because I use ClickUp. Here's how I keep track of all my tasks. I start by brain dumping everything I need to get done in a list view. Next, I set a priority and a due date to keep things on track. I create custom statuses to organize my progress exactly how I want it. I like to add the action items field so AI can show me the next steps. I add my teammates as watchers so they're in the loop. ClickUp makes work easy, from personal projects to running a multi-billion-dollar company. Click the link below to create your workspace for free.
You know that you have to apply the SFA to another company which is called as EVM. So there are like two companies here. So one is called as Swift, and Swift is going to take over the EVM kind of a company. So your job is to find out Swift is in a position to acquire this company, whether they have the resources to do it, whether EVM would be a suitable target, whether it is feasible with the capabilities of this company, whether the shareholders will accept this kind of acquisition. So you have to know an idea about both the Swift company and the EVM company. We have to analyze this case in terms of the three things: suitability, feasibility, and acceptability. So we will mark it as S, F, and A. So Ambion is the third largest industrial country in the world. It is densely populated with a high standard of living. Joey Swift Transport is the largest logistics company in Ambion, owning around 1,500 trucks. So we need to know some data about the Swift company. So what we'll do, we'll mark this as an important point. Why this point is important is we need to know what is the current strategy and structure of the Swift company, and also how it will be used in the future. So this point we need to know about the Swift company. So we'll mark it like this. So it is not referring to the suitability or anything. It is a general point. Okay, general point we'll mark like this. So this is the general point. Is the largest company in Ambion, and it has around 1,500 trucks. So we'll mark these things as important. Done. Okay, it has 1,500 trucks. It is a private limited company with all shares held by the Swift family. So there are no kind of shareholders there. It's a private company and all shares are with the family, so that they don't need to consult any other external shareholder. It has a significant haulage and storage contracts with retail and supermarket chains in Ambion. So they are having a large amount of contracts with the country. So in the country they are a predominant player and they have a lot of contracts also. The logistics market place is mature and extremely competitive. So that is another kind of a point. The marketplace is very mature and it's very competitive. And Swift has become market leader through a combination of economies of scale. So this company predominantly has done these things. They have a combination of economies of scale, cost, innovative IT solutions, and clever branding. So these are their strengths. However, the profitability of the sector is under increased pressure from a recently elected government that is committed to heavily taxing fuel and reducing expenditure on roads in favor of alternative transports. So that's how the sector is. So this is again an important point. The profitability of the entire sector seems to be under pressure from the government. It has also announced a number of taxes on vehicles which have high emission levels, as well as reducing the maximum working hours and increasing the minimum wage for employees. The company is perceived as a good performance in its sector. So we will just see here. So because of this point, okay, maximum working hours have been reduced and wages have been increased. Because of this, the profitability of the company will be under pressure. See, the profitability of the company will be under pressure because of two things. So one is because of heavily taxing fuel. So that's because of one. And the second one is the wage level is also increased and the working hours is reduced. The company is perceived as a good performer in its sector. The 2009 financial results reported a return on capital of 18%, gross profit ratio is 17, net profit is 9.5. The accounts also showed a current ratio and asset test ratio, gearing ratio, interest coverage ratio. So all numbers have been given. We will see how to use this number as we progress through the question. 10 years ago, the Northern Bloc split up and 9 new independent states were formed. One of the states is called as Curia. The people of Curia, known as Curians, traditionally have a strong work culture, a passion for precision. So they're telling about another country. It's not about this country. This country is in the name called as Ambion. Okay, and now we are speaking about another country which is called as Curia. So Since the formation of the state, their hard work have been rewarded and the high standard of living is there. So that is a kind of an important point. We don't know why it's an important point, but still we'll mark it. It's a high standard of living and increased demand for goods is also is growing. So they tell about another country where in that another country there's going to be they have now achieved independence because of the independence their country is growing very faster, and because of that there's a high standard of living and increased demand for goods. Any increased demand for goods usually reflect to the increased transportation also. So our company Swift is in transportation sector itself. So first they are just telling about that country. Since the formation of the state, the government of Ukraine has pursued a policy of privatization. It has also invested heavily in infrastructure, particularly road transport system. So this seems to be another good point. Increased heavily in infrastructure, particularly the road transport system, required to support the increased economic activity in the country. So there's also an increased economic activity in the country. So we mark these as important points. The state haulage operator EVM was sold off to two Ukrainian investors who raised the finance to buy it from a foreign bank. So this EVM company was sold to Ukrainian investors itself. Okay, the capital markets in Ukraine is still immature and government has not wished to interfere with or bolster them. EVM has now, this is an important point, EVM company has 700 modern trucks and holds all the major logistics contracts in the country. This seems to be a very important point because Swift is going to take over EVM. If they take over EVM, these trucks comes under the Swift's control. It is praised for prompt delivery, and problems in raising finance have made it difficult for significant competitors to emerge. So raising finance seems to be the problem in the country. Because of that, the competition seems to be very small. Most family firms each of which operates 20 trucks making local deliveries within one Ukrainian region. Ukraine's 20 region. So other truck companies are very small companies. They have only 20 trucks, but only EVM seems to be having the largest number of trucks in that country. These two investors now wish to realize their investment in EVM and have announced that it is for sale. In principle, Swift are keen to buy the company and are currently evaluating its possibility as an acquisition target. Swift's management perceives that their capabilities in logistics will greatly enhance the profitability of EVM. So that's what they feel, and we'll mark it as an important point. Swift has acquired a number of smaller ambient companies in the last decade, but has no experience of acquiring a foreign company. So this is another valid point. Joey Swift is also contemplating a more radical change. He is becoming progressively disillusioned with Ambion. In a recent interview, he has said that trading here has become impossible. The government is more interested in over-regulating the enterprise rather than stimulating growth. He is considering moving a part of his operations to the country of Ukraine. Ukraine is one of the possibilities he is considering. So he wants to actually move from this country to another country itself for part of his operations. So these are the main points that we could actually get.
Help drive sales, leads, or site traffic by getting your business in front of people who are actively searching Google for your product or services you offer. Like this business, Google attributes to 45% of Farai London's online revenue. Reach high-intent customers wherever they are across the Google network, such as search, YouTube, Gmail, and more. Get started with Google Ads today.
That we could get. Okay, so these are important points. We also have some financial numbers. So financial numbers like financial position statement has been given, and also the statement of profit and loss has been given. So our job is to find out whether through the suitability, feasibility and acceptability manner, how these are going to work. I have already created a ratio analysis for the company. I have compared both the SWIFT and EVM. Okay, that we will discuss later under the heading acceptability. So we have generated a lot of points. First, what we'll do, we'll bring them here and then we will put it according to these points. Okay, so in exam your job is to first underline these points and ensure that these are the main point. Then what you do, you write your answer in terms of the suitability, feasibility and acceptability. So first what I'll do is I will bring my marked points here. So here what we have done is I've brought all the points which have been underlined or mentioned here to here. So our job is now predominantly to take these points and to segregate it according to the suitability, feasibility and acceptability boxes. So we'll get started. So this company is SWIFT is one of the largest company and owns 1,500 trucks. Okay, so we have to find out whether it's suitable. So we'll just see the common information between the companies. Okay, so it is the largest company, it is a privately owned company, it's a biggest logistics management company. They are into logistics marketplace, is a mature and extremely competitive. This company seems to have a combination of economies of scale, the profitability is under pressure, heavily taxing fuel, reducing the maximum number of hours. So this is all about the general information that we need to know. So we'll start from here. Okay, so these points are the general information which is concerned about the SWIFT company, and these points are about the EVM company. So we have a rough idea of how to structure now. So we'll start from this point. There seems to be a higher standard of living and an increased demand for goods. So that would actually lead to more sales. So it is suitable. Yes, we can handle a large number of transport. Yes, it's suitable for us. The government seems to be investing a lot in the road transport, and this would increase the economic activity. So that is actually a general point, but still it is a very suitable acquisition if the government is helping us to achieve increased profitable goal. So EVM also has a large number of trucks. We also have a large number of trucks, and the number of competitors are very small, and even if their number of competitors are small, they have only 20 trucks. Okay, so somewhere they are not able to make a lot of profit. The other small companies are not able to make a lot of profit, so our company can make a lot of sales here. And SWIFT company seems to be having a lot of capabilities so that they can use for EVM. So feasibility refers to whether our company has capabilities to support the acquisition, so the management feels they can do it. And SWIFT company has also acquired a large number of small companies, so that is also a good capability on the side of SWIFT. And he's considering moving all his company to the new Ukraine country. This is an irrelevant point to our discussion. So if you take here, see, your answer should work like this. It should tell about suitability. Okay, it should tell about the suitability of the EVM. It says if we go to and buy EVM, we will have a high increased sale. The government supports. That's an increased economic activity. The EVM has 700 trucks. There's very little competition from the existing players in that country. So it is a very attractive target in terms of suitability. Okay, suitability is our existing company's business model is the same as our acquisition. Feasibility is whether we have capability. Yes, these points tell that we have capability. We can also add a point of this. For example, we can add the point of this point to feasibility, that our company has gained a combination of economies of scale, cost efficiencies, innovative IT solution and clever branding. So this can be taken under the feasibility. So our company has these kind of capabilities, and this capability can be used while acquiring EVM and running EVM also. So We have found out the suitability, we have found out the feasibility. We are now going to discuss about the acceptability. So in terms of acceptability, we are going to discuss about the shareholders. So who are the shareholders in our company? This Swift company is a private company. So you can use that topic. We can use that topic here. So in terms of acceptability, only our company family, okay, have to accept it. Whether they will accept it, the answer is here. I have worked out the ROCE, GP, NP, current ratio, asset test ratio, gearing ratio, and interest coverage ratio. So I will have another kind of a column to it. So in terms of ROCE, both are same. Gross profit, EVM is good. Net profit, EVM is bad. Current ratio, EVM is bad. Asset ratio, EVM is good. Gearing, EVM is good. Interest coverage ratio, EVM is bad. So it is a kind of a mixed picture, but we should not only think about the current scenario. See, this company has not been managed properly. So if Swift comes into the picture and if they are going to manage this company would actually turn around and could even become much better. So this is an end of the discussion here. So how many marks are allocated for this question? See, the total marks that have been allocated for this question is 15. We should have effectively generated 15 points. So we'll just see. In terms of suitability, we have generated 6 points. In feasibility, we have generated 3 points. 6 plus 3, 9. And in terms of acceptability, we have created 1, here 1, so that's around 10. And these ratios totally we have discussed 7. So 10 plus 7, we have discussed 17 points. So how much points should we have discussed for this answer? We should have discussed around 15 points. It's a 15 marks question, so we should have discussed 15 points, and we have discussed around 17. So in an exam, it's always better to add at least 2 points extra to your answer. So we should have effectively generated 17 points. I think we have done it. So each point should have been explained in terms of 1 to 3 sentences. So each point should have been explained in 1 to 3 sentences, and that would have fetched you the 15 marks. This is a lengthier case study, and this is a little bit confusing case study. You have to read it at least twice to get an understanding. Why should we read it twice? Even in this explanation, we would have found it a little bit difficult. The reason is, this question is a different question because we start from the we first initially read in terms of ambient country, then the Swift company, then we again go to the ambient country's new regulations, then we move on to the Ukraine country here, then we move on to the EVM company. So there is always some kind of a back and forth movement about one company and another country and another company. It keeps moving, so it's a little bit difficult to explain this kind of case study. But in an exam, you should know how to pick out the points like how we did, and you have to structure your answer in terms of how we did. So in exam, don't write points like this, but write it in a sentences such as 1, 2, 3 sentences for each and every point. Thank you for watching this video. Hope this was useful for you. We'll meet in another video.
You see, life is not that hard.
So can we come back? Can we come back together?
Yes, we are.
So what are the learning points you've gotten so far? Let me start with Adiza.
Hello, sir.
I'm with you, Dr. Adiza.
Oh, okay. Oh, sorry. So I was able to learn how to attempt to answer questions when it comes to accepting a proposal. Yes. And I was able to learn that I can do that using 3 subheadings. That is the suitability, feasibility and acceptability. So when it comes to feasibility, suitability, you should look at the strategy. Is the strategy consistent both internally and externally? So when you're talking about internally, you should look at the company's strength, the competences, then the culture. Is it aligning with the strategy? You should actually look at your mission too. Is your mission going to align with whatever proposal you envisage to take? That's in terms of suitability. Then also the culture, it's also an important parameter to consider. Then moving to acceptability, you have to look at the stakeholders involved. That is, especially if it's a listed company. Yes, you have to look at your stakeholders. But if it's not, then I think it's even more better, because you owe no accountability to anybody. So it's even better. Then also you have to look at the risk involved and also the sufficient returns. Then when you talk about feasibility, you have to look at the strategy. Is it within the
Not
resources and
sufficient return, no. Not
Sorry?
sufficient return. It can be optimum return.
Okay,
It
sufficient
can be
or
optimum return.
Okay.
Yes, yes. Mhm.
Okay. Then for feasibility, you have to look at the resources. It's the strategy within the resources and the capability of the organization. Then also, I was able to learn that when you're answering question, you shouldn't just define what those parameters entails, but instead you should relate it to the comprehension. Then, like the video I watched, when you're answering the question, you should everything is already in the information, especially the pre-scene, especially for the resources.
Thank
They would
you.
tell you the resources of the
Yes,
company.
yes.
They'll tell you the resources of the company. Then when you're reading the background, you'll be able to know uh, on the parameter to use for the suitability. That is, if is the company doing well in that particular area and all that. So you should be able to outline them. Then when you now outline them, you now be able to fit in which one goes under suitability, acceptability, and then sustainability. I've learned a lot. Yes, thank you, sir.
So I appreciate you to say that. The last I explained that SBL, like you have different yard of clothes that is mixed up, and you want to show 3 different brands. You now have to piece together as they are related. Anytime you see a question on financial and non-financial benefits of drawbacks, they are telling you to do SAF. And anytime they ask you for suitability, acceptability of feasibility, they are asking to also do SAF. So these questions are now coming in different direction. That's why. And now they often mix it up with change management process. I'm sure we have done change management process in this class. So let me hear from Ogechi also before I dive into change management project short video. Then we'll now start solving question for today's class. Ogechi, can we hear your own piece? What you learned so far?
I think Hadiza had made justice to it. Just trying to give us the yeah,
in court of law.
actually
In
did.
court of law. Yeah, do your own justice.
Yeah, it's all about the SAF model, that we use it to evaluate a proposed strategy, maybe to acquire a company. That you have to check the suitability, whether the company is that majorly it's mainly external factors that you check in the suitability. External factor, whether it aligns with your own internal cultural and your strategies in your own company. So you have to check all that, and then it's used to evaluate whether the company can align. It can actually help you. Acquiring the company can help you meet your own strategic goals and objectives. So when you check it, you know whether they are suitable for it. And then in terms of the stability, just like you said, you have to check the strengths, you have to check the competence, you have to check the cultural factors in the company you want to acquire. It also talked about, I think one thing I actually learned is how to be able to pick your answers from the exhibits or the pre-scene. I think the man did justice to that. His own pattern is actually good. When you're reading them, you have to point them out, remodel your answer the way it's supposed to be, dividing them into the suitability, the acceptability, and then the feasibility. When you talk of the acceptability, it's mainly for the internal factors, the resources. No, I mean the feasibility, sorry. The feasibility is mainly for the resources. You have to check whether the company that want to acquire the target company now, whether you have enough resources. Do you have experience before on acquiring such a company? If it's a foreign company, have you ever done a foreign acquisition? You check out all those things. And then the financial resources too. You have the human aspect of it, whether you have the expertise to do that, or whether you have the financial resources, the fund enough to do that, to acquire the company. Then the top technology too, and the brand. Whether it fits into your own system, whether it suits your own strategic factors. For the acceptability, you check whether the company is you check the financials of the company, whether it's a listed company or private owned. For the private owned, you don't really have any much to consider, because most times you have to accept it, because you have to know a shareholders' interest in it, and so you have to just acquire it and then own the company. If for the ones that are listed, you have to check if the whole shareholders will accept the proposal. Whether they will accept that the company should go ahead with the acquisition. You also have to check if it has a good maybe you check the MPV, or you check the some things that will make you to assess the company properly, whether their financials, your profitability, and the rest of them are okay. And whether the board, you also have to check about the board, because if it's a listed company, the shareholders and the board, they might check. You also have to check, their own interests, or probably how they have been aligning the agency factors in the company and the rest of them. I think that's the much I've learned.
Also, for suitability, there is an aspect that you guys are missing out, the area of strategy. And that strategy can come in form of change management. If it comes in form of change management, what we now be considering will not be basically Naira and Kobo.
Okay.
You get it? Not be Naira and Kobo. Then you now also be looking at how acceptable the project will be. So the remaining AF in the South will now focus on how to manage the human being, how to explain to the human being, how to carry them along, how to freeze, unfreeze, and refreeze, depending on the project that the examiner is directing you towards. What matters most is what is the examiner trying to bring out? What is the examiner trying to bring out? Once you can, like I just mentioned, dive in tone of the case study, understand the pre-scene very well. When you understand the pre-scene, you can now be able to marry the exhibits and the question and come out answering the question beautifully well. That's why I always tell my students that you can score more than 85 in SBL. And that's the approach I'm taking you guys towards. You can score more than 85. So let's take our last video for today that will explain to you on change management. Then we will now share this question so that we can answer fast. We have 4 here, and we have are we 4? Let me confirm first. Do I have Dami here? Okay, I have Soga. I have okay. So we will all solve number 1 together. Then Adiza will help us with number 2. Ogechi, number 3. Then Yanoluwa, number 4. Is that fair?
Okay.
Is that fair? So after
Yes,
we
sir.
finish this last video, when you are documenting your answer, everybody must solve number 1. Then Adiza will solve number 2, task 2. Ogechi, task 3. Then Sugar, task 4. So that within 1 hour, 90 minutes, 1 hour, or within 60 minutes or 90 minutes, we are through and we can now solve it together. I think that is fair deal, right?
Yes, sir. The question you sent yesterday.
Yeah, the one I sent yesterday.
Okay.
Is it yesterday? It's not yesterday. It's on Thursday.
Is it on? Yeah, on Thursday. On Thursday.
On
December
Thursday. So
25th,
let's share this. Well, let's watch this last video. It will help us greatly when we are solving it. And if we can finish this question fast today, I will also share another question that we will solve during the week. By that, we need to solve a lot of questions together so that we can get used to how to passing SBL. I was with some students on Thursday. Some students of 5 village on Thursday, so I trying to solve some questions for them. By the time we took them through, there was a particular woman that said, wow, this is what she missed last day that make her to be repeating the exam now. And the thing hurt my arm because I remember her in my class. In fact, her husband gave me one ICUFR project last year. But she was so quiet in the class. That's why I'm drawing everybody out. Everybody speak your pain points so that you will not wait till any incidents happen before we bring you back. So let's go through this last slide on change management, which is often embedded with staff, so that at the end of the video, we will now dive in straight to study the question and document our answers. We'll be sharing our screen. So please confirm that you can hear me.
And welcome to this video. I'm Milind Date, and I'm an expert tutor for SBL. This topic is included in the syllabus. Section H of the syllabus talks about change management primarily, but please remember, it has connections with the other parts of the syllabus too. Section A, leadership and culture. Section B, governance. Section C, strategy. And Section E, technology are very closely connected with the concept of change management, because everywhere in these areas, you will see changes happening, either driven by external factors or internally decided by organizations. You must carefully look at the learning objectives mentioned for this topic. It covers scope-wise, strategic change, and process changes, which of course will have a long-term bearing on the future of the organization. You need to understand the implications of the change on the organization and also know what drives these changes. What are the influencing factors that must be taken into account before a change management is implemented in the organization? And then it also refers to some of the theoretical models of change management that have been developed by experts. Obviously, these models need not be mentioned by you in answering your tasks, because you don't get any credit for that. And the examining team has made it very, very clear. But you need to understand these models and then use them to be able to structure your answer in the most professional manner, because you are ultimately taking strategic professional exam like SBL. Before you tackle the change management related task, you also should have prior knowledge of having learned the analysis of strategic position of the organization and various strategic choices that are available to bring about changes contemplated in future. Well, as I said, this is not a teaching video, but you can learn this by referring to, apart from, of course, other resources, the chapter 25 of the ACCA Study Hub, which provides you insights into the concept along with a lot of quizzes and the practice questions. Let's look very quickly as the process of change management. First of all, you need to diagnose why change is required. Based on the exhibit that is given to you, the reason why organization is looking for change may be indirectly hinted to you, and you have to spot it. And from the information available in one or more exhibits, or even during the pre-scene reading, you could find out what the drivers of the change are, both internally as well as externally. Because change is simply what? I mean, it's moving from the current state to the desired future state. And remember, change is never easy. Because first of all, you need to understand the direction of the change, the speed at which the change is necessitated to be brought about. And thus, you need to understand what are the different types of changes. Some changes may require you to change your organization business model upside down, whereas some require only a very, very small realignment and adaptation so far as your processes are concerned. It may not require a complete cultural shift. So after having understood the background, you need then to deliberate on how you should, as an organization, have the change management strategy in place. And once you get a buy-in from all the concerned stakeholders, you need to implement the change and then keep reviewing as to whether that change is working or not. So try and understand the steps in the change management process very well. When I talk about types of changes, it's based on the scope, the way in which the organizational process or processes, business model, culture, systems, etc., would be affected by the change. So what is the scope? The scope will determine whether you require a complete transformation or a small realignment of your activities and culture. It's also the type is also based on the speed or nature of the change. So changes could be either small, incremental, or it could be like a big bang change introduced once for all. And based on that, please learn very well the concepts of realignment, the concept of transformation, the concept of other types of changes, revolution, evolution, etc. And realignment, as I said, you should know that it won't require a change in business culture, but a transformation will necessarily change the paradigms. Changes that are characterized by realignment and incremental aspects is like making your organization adapt to the requirements. These changes could be slow, gradual, within existing paradigms, and you can carry it out step by step. Changes that are characterized by realignment, or using a big bang approach, you can call it as maybe reconstruction Mostly these are externally forced, but still within existing paradigms. A change in that law, a change in maybe regulatory environment, change in market condition, change in consumer demands. But the changes are rapid and expensive. Take, for example, in most part of the Western world today, uh, downsizing is going on, companies like Google, etc. So you will call that as a reconstruction process. Change that is characterized by transformation and incremental change is always called evolution, a long-term, slow, evolution. Whereas if the change is rapid and very wide, big bang approach, it is called a revolution. So from the data given to you in the exhibits, you need to understand what type of change is it. Please remember, the naming, the nomenclature does not matter much than what you understand out of it. Because this is the first step in you understanding and then therefore carrying out the analysis before you provide your own recommendations. Let's look at when and how the restructuring approach is required by the organization. In this case, the change will be driven by unforeseen changes in the environment. As I said, externally, forced. For example, technological changes, demand shifts due to consumer preferences, a strategic drift, which is likely to occur if you don't change as per the environmental changes. So if a scenario is given to you, you try and assess what are the driving forces for the change. So restructuring examples are these, but whereas another thing could be requiring the organization to re-engineer its processes. Re-engineering. Existing processes are no longer valuable. They're no longer effective. They may become inefficient. They may become even superfluous. So as if you have to, erase everything and rewrite all your process through radical rethinking. So for example, business process re-engineering as a technique you could make use of. And these kind of re-engineering changes would always trigger new ideas through innovative approaches. So whenever restructuring or re-engineering, are vivid in the scenario that is given to you, see what needs to be changed. Now, for example, if it's a process change, you may make use of the logic mentioned in Harman's matrix, which is driven by two parameters of strategic importance of the process to the organization and the nature of complexity of the process. So changes in the process, in this case, you could, bring about by, automation. And automations would bring in speed, they can bring in accuracy, they can increase efficiency and productivity in the organization. And you also could bring sometimes the change by carrying out the processes by outsourcing them. That would boost efficiency or competency because it's the expertise of somebody else that can make the processes efficient for you. Or you can, even if you continue to perform those processes in-house, you can bring about changes therein by training your own people. Once you know what kind of scope of the change is, once you know what kind of or what type of change it is, you could then decide to make use of models, strategic models developed by expert. I reiterate again, please do not mention the model that you are using. Do not explain the model itself in your answers. Instead, you have to make use of the model to perform your task requirement. Make your answer look like a real professional one. Now, based on my experience, I would suggest you that if there is a process change, use either Harman's matrix or maybe POPIT kind of approach. POPIT, of course, refers to people, organization, processes, and information technology. You know, whenever you have to bring about change, it's not only one aspect of the process that needs to be changed always. Instead, you take a holistic approach, and POPIT will definitely help you to understand and take that holistic approach. You need to look at the entire life cycle of the project in using this approach. Now, for example, people, you think in terms of do they understand the change? Do they have the capability and willingness? Should we train them? Do they have the support of organizational culture? Do we have enough systems that help coordinate with each other? Do we have well-defined responsibilities and schedule of functionalities and authorities, etc.? Are the existing processes very well defined, very well documented, together with their independencies? Do they require minimizing of workflows? All these aspects, of course, naturally will have to be supported, because if you talk about automating a process, you would require the information technology support for the purpose, of course, of capturing data, then mining it and use it for reporting about the effectiveness of the change. That's it. Business process re-engineering will be done in the terms of speed, quality, cost, and service achievements through automations and streamlining of the processes. The entire BPR, in fact, as I said earlier, it's turning your existing process completely upside down. And this model is, of course, always outcome-driven model. The free force model also helps you to understand the forces that drive change, that support change, and the forces that resist change. Naturally, you need to demonstrate the way in which the organization can strengthen the driving forces and organizations can overcome the challenges of resisting forces. So learn these models, keep them at the back of your mind. And when you're reading the pre-scene or reading the exhibits that are given to you, identify the details that take you closer to use of specific model. Of course, you can make use of make use of more than one model in answering, no doubt about it. But please make sure that whatever your thoughts are, they are logical with respect to the data and information that is given and the type of change that is contemplated by the organization. So before you choose one or more models of change management in your answers, try and understand your existing culture of your organization. Try and understand the context of the organization. And information related to these can be found from one or many exhibits that are given. And some hints are also provided to you in the pre-scene. Please remember, you don't have to copy paste any information from exhibits or from the pre-scene, but you have to analyze them in a way to be able to connect it with the task that you're asked to perform. Naturally, to understand culture, you can make use of cultural web model and decide which of the aspects of cultural web are hindering the change process. So you need to decide on what you need to actually change. Same thing is with context. The contextual features model can be used to understand existing contexts and their impact, obviously, on things that you want to change. So, for example, what type of time, what amount of time do you have at your disposal to bring about change? Is it abrupt? Is it evolutionary? Is it transformational? What is the scope? What needs to change? Do you have to change everything or something you can preserve as is? Do you have a team of management which has capability, which has prior experience of having gone through the change process? And of course, do you have the resources that are required for the change? And your people, your team, are they ready to take on the change? And has the top leadership empowered the change agents to carry out the process seamlessly? Because without this empowerment, it's very difficult to bring about any change in the organization. So after having understood what type of change it is, what is the current status in terms of culture, in terms of contextual features, understanding the type of change, and then you make use of the model to structure your answer in the most relevant manner. And that's the exam approach that I very, very strongly recommend to you. How this topic is actually tested, in the SBL examination, you could be given a scenario wherein you're asked about what role does the CEO plays in bringing about transformation? What are the activities that need to change? Changes required in the team structure for the new approach to be successful, and analysis of existing culture and how should it change to align with the new strategic aims of the organization. Remember, students, you should be able to assess the existing situation and identify exactly what you need to recommend to the organization through change management. Because if you just write theoretical answers, they're not going to give you any credit in the examination. Based on your analysis about existing situation and the fact that you have already identified the needs for change, you make use of the model and then finally give you an advice on the way in which requisite change can be brought about by the organization. For these tasks, there are various answer formats and professional skills that are possibly tested. You may be asked to write an email to the CEO. Your communication skills may be tested, or a report with your analytical skills tested, especially where you have to emphasize the analysis of existing situation, existing culture, contextual features. You may be tested on your analytical skills. Or at times, if the business model has to change, and that is what is contemplated in the task, you may have to write a report, but in this, your commercial acumen may be tested. Luckily now for you, obviously, the importance of pre-seen information need not be overemphasized because it provides you with the context of the organization, and that removes your limitation of not possessing any prior working experience. You get a sort of commercial acumen, commercial awareness from the pre-seen information. So try and make maximum use of that to develop your knowledge about the organization. What are the resources that you need to use? Obviously, I need not overemphasize using ACCA Study Hub. You will find good learning material together with illustrated examples. And some of the examples are taken from live cases, along with your quizzes and practice questions. ACCA practice platform will provide you an opportunity to look at how past exams have tested this topic. Try and develop answers on your own before you compare the suggested solutions. Last but not the least, you should always refer to examiners' reports because they would cover students' strengths and students' weaknesses. As far the change management topic is concerned, here are some examples that I would like to dwell upon. There was a question in one of the past exams on analysis of existing culture of the organization. And what the examiner says here is students who didn't do well in cultural analysis, they frequently reproduced points from the exhibit. So copy pasted without even explaining how and why the points were examples of that company's culture. Naturally, they struggle to provide a coherent organizational analysis. This does affect your marks. You don't get a pass easily unless you learn from the mistakes made by students earlier and then try and improve through your learnings. Another comment which said a structured approach was the best way to generate ideas. No marks were awarded for stating the stages of Levin's model. Like unfreeze, change, and freeze. Just students went on explaining what is unfreezing, what is changing, what is freezing. But that's a theoretical answer. Candidates had to apply the knowledge of activities involved in each stage. What needs to be unfreezed? Unfreezing is, doing away with existing beliefs which are no longer valid, and then introduce changes therein. So these are the types of comments that you need to always look at. Never miss on reading examiner's report for any topic. Right? So in summary, what have we learned? We have learned the reason why changes are required. You need to, of course, develop your learning alongside these logical sequence. Why is change required? Is it forced, or is it through the initiative of leaders? What needs to be changed? Is it the individuals, the teams, the processes, the existing competencies, capabilities, processes? What needs to change? And then how these changes are to be brought about. Small, incremental, adaptive, realignment, revolution, evolution. What is it exactly? Because that's what would, help the change agent to measure the quantum of change. And then, of course, the change situation analysis will help you to make your own recommendations. So this is how a change management as a concept needs to be learned. Always make use of all the resources that are available from ACCA. Use past exams, use examiners approach article to set examiners expectations right in your mind. Use examiners reviews. And last but not the least, practice a lot of sums on this topic. So I wish you all the very best for your learning. Thank you very much for attending this video.
I think we've had the best introduction this morning. Am I right or wrong? Hello, am I audible?
Yes, we can hear you.
I say we've had the best time this morning so far,
Yes.
isn't it? As you can see that most of what I said were repeated in that video. So, 1:30. Can we get through the exhibit? Let's study it. By 10:30, we should be back with our documented solution. Is that agreed?
Let's do. Yes, we.
Hmm?
Yes, sir. Solution for each question, Abi.
Is that what I said earlier?
Yes.
Earlier, I said we should study the case study. Then all of us will solve question 1.
Yes.
Then Adisa, you will document question 2 for us. That means when you are coming back, Adisa must have answer for question 1 and 2. While Ogechi, question 1 and 3. Then Soga, question 1 and 4.
Okay.
So by 10:30, Abi, all our answers should be ready. Is that fair?
11.
In the time because I've not gone through the
Exhibit.
the exhibit at all. So by the time let me see how far we can go.
I hear somebody say 11. Do you think 11 is not too far?
12. It's too
If
far.
you can make it to 11, I think it's better. So at least
okay, sir.
so we can be able to put down something.
Women supporting women. Unfortunately, there is no man to support me in this class. Women always supporting women. Yanoluwa, where do you dance? 10:30 or 11 o'clock? Let's see whether we'll be even.
Sir, I was about to even mention that I have an engagement today, so I was not supposed to finish the class with us today. How will I put it? So I was supposed to leave the class like half 10. That's 10:30. I don't know.
So your own is now putting us in another divide. Let me go with 11 o'clock because your own is talking about exits. Oh yeah, Yanoluwa, off the mic. Let me go with the initial toasters. Oh yeah, by 11 o'clock, we will come together for our solution. I think those ones are be very cool.
Okay, sir.
So Yanoluwa, please help us share your answer before you go. Your answer for number 1 and 4. Drop it on the WhatsApp group so that we'll pick it up for you. Please. Let me help you to roll it to the number 4 so that you can start document your own answer. Task 4. Your task 4 is just 1. 1 and 4. So help us with task 4 before you go. I'll rely on task 1 by both Adisa and Ogechi. help us document first. We'll have a same class. We should be 11. Thank you.
I don't want you to do it and keep it. You do that when you do it, the one time you not go to market. So that it doesn't spoil. You know, it spoils fast. By the time, because I will finish by 2. If it's 1, you can start. Okay, she's off.
Let me know if she's coming back so that we will know how to start. Is she coming back or should I start solving?
I see she's off the line.
Our network went off for what?
Because I tried calling, but she's not picking. It seems she has sent something. It's like they sent something.
Yeah, she sent, and we need to solve together to see whether she's right or not. So can we start? Do you have your solution?
I'm just developing my answers now. I just finished bullet pointing them. So
in how many minutes will you be true so that I take it with you?
let's maybe you want to see what I've done.
No, in how many minutes will you be true so that I'll review together. Then you get the benefit of for the four answers. In how many minutes?
Okay, let me see what I can do in 15 minutes.
Okay, 15 minutes. Okay. Okay then. So can we get you started?
Mm.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, sir.
Okay, yeah, let's start with your own solution since you are the one here.
Okay, sir.
Okay, so can you share your screen so that I will guide you along?
Okay, sir. Let me share it.
Siri. This one is a SWOT analysis, opportunity and threats. What are the opportunities that you discovered?
Okay, for number what?
Number three. Number three.
I didn't elaborate on them.
For example, you need to elaborate on them. Oh, yeah, let's go. Which yeah, explain the answer so that
Okay, like one of the opportunities is that as in one of the oh
what's the issue?
I don't know whether I'm misunderstanding the question. The opportunity is different from advantage, right?
Yes.
Ah,
First of all, you need to go to the case study. Which case study are we using?
we're supposed to use the one that the directors, the senior management team, the meeting they had. That was where I got my points from. Exhibit 7.
So exhibit 1, introductory. Okay. So we are using both exhibit 1 and
Okay, 1. Okay.
1 and
They,
7. Each of the answers, you must include exhibit 1 and the present. You print the relevant one before focusing on the before you focus on the answer. So let's look at exhibit 7.
okay.
Exhibit 7. Okay. Make a better use of available technology. As we all know, one of the biggest challenges is customer retention. Okay, marketing director. IT director. So we have to pick the points from each of the discussion. You know, there are some popular mistakes that some people normally make. When you give them classwork like this, some of them will go and Google the likely answer. They will document it, give the teachers the answer. When the exam time comes, they will not have anywhere to Google. So they will lack self-confidence. That's why we see some students that perform well in class, they often fail SBL. And we all know why. We all know why. And so it's better you learn the rope of how to get the answer from the class. So before you start dancing to the answer, we'll go back to the question again. Go back to the question again. Look at what they say. You have just attended a meeting on behalf of finance director with the several of Optima senior management team. At the meeting, the latest application of data analytics and mobile technology in the fitness and leisure industry were discussed, some of which are being used by several of Optima's competitors in Sealand. The director has proposed that some of the technology be implemented by Optima. However, some of the directors of the meeting did not agree with this for the Optima. Briefly prepare a note. So how will your briefing note look like? How will your briefing note? What's the format of your briefing note?
Yeah, you have a heading. I don't think it's going to
Who
come
are you
like
directing the meeting? Who are you directing it to?
okay to the chief financial officer,
What's
finance
his name?
director, to finance director. Sorry,
What's his name?
is it Mr. Terry also?
Jerry Krantz. But
Terry,
before you go
yeah,
ahead, look at we are told to apply skepticism skills. Skepticism skill. And that's the skepticism skills say that we should question the opinion and assertions made in the meeting about the use of big data analytics and mobile
yes.
technology, presenting evidence of challenges. So this is where you will quote your answer. But in quoting your answer, you must now look at the opportunity and threats. But in answering this question, what you are focusing on is you are questioning the decision of what they are making in that exhibit 7. You get it?
Okay.
All these things that they are
Yes.
discussing here, you are
Yeah.
questioning it. Are they right? Are they wrong? But that's what the requirement
The
asks. So you are
skepticism.
questioning. Skepticism, yes, you are questioning. You are questioning. So let me get my blank notes. So that in the exam, you will know how to start.
Yeah, but this note, is it going to be like to and from, like you're writing mail?
Yes.
Okay.
A briefing note is just like in my when we write a briefing note, we say for
Okay.
attention of who?
Of a finance director.
No, it must have a name.
His name, okay, Jerry somebody.
Jerry Kant.
Okay.
Then you put the finance director.
Okay. So can you start sharing your own?
Oh, sorry.
Like his mind that is still
Sorry.
there.
So definitely from who? That means from me, Abi. I put my name there. Let me say she Tinubu. What's my role?
You are the
The senior corporate business analyst.
okay. Let me see.
That's my role. The next thing is number 8, since we are answering A first. A. What's the requirement for A?
It said if you discuss the opportunities and threats to Optima in implementing the big data to assist.
Opportunity and threat. Okay, fine. Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. So this subject now. threats to Optima. To Optima in implementing. What am I implementing? Big data
Big data.
analytics.
Yes.
Big data analytics. So I will now say, firstly, opportunities. Mind you, we are not cramming any answer. We are picking our answer from their discussion.
Yes.
So let's go back to their discussion. SB 7. You can see we are writing for attention of Jerry Grants. Let me start from this man. Each of the line, we are looking at each of the line.
Yes.
So what are the opportunities that we can see from the first paragraph now?
From the IT.
We make use of better. We must make better use of technology. Available technology. As you all know, one of our biggest challenges is customer retention. Use data analysis technology could reduce membership cancellation by allowing us to examine member data and better understand their needs. I think big data analysis could play a particular important part in member retention, engage, and understanding member change. Like this one is about talking about effective decision on customer. One of the opportunities I will write first here. One, effective and timely decisions on customers. So how is that? From this thing from that statement, we will not criticize it. We will now be questioning how this can be. Questioning is, are we agreeing with what you say? If you agree with what we say, that's when we'll not be justifying it here as explanation for this.
Okay.
And from what he's saying, what I can pick there is that in the past, the way the decision is being made from customer is not okay. You talk about customer retention here, and also talk about data. What will data analytics assist? If you observe in our class of data and analytics, it will help us in area of trend analysis. This customer that has been coming or that has not been coming, why is it not coming? If you are I'm a member of iFitness. If you are going for iFitness, if you miss a class, you'll get an alert. How will you get an alert? You look at your change. This man does not miss a class on Thursday. He's not here today. Why is he not here today? He will alert you. Hope everything is fine. This man used to come on Saturday. Why is he not here? This man has become here every week. Why is he not here today? So, and aside that, they will know the type of exercise that you are doing. So if you normally attend dance class and you miss 2 dance class, somebody will reach out to you. And that is what the IT director is explaining. So you can see that my answer, I pick it from this scenario. I don't need to go and look at the past question or what somebody has done. The answer is here. No cramming. I only use my experience being a gym person to attempt it. So the next paragraph, somebody say, I'm not sure. The market director now say, I'm not sure. I'm waiting interview have always been our most useful source of information to understand members. I've seen my point here now. What do you see? What do you see?
You mean from there?
For job opportunities, what do you see?
As in their okay.
Understand the behavior of our esteemed customer. Is that not an opportunity?
Yeah, it is.
That's what we want to think
Okay.
and bring out. Yeah, see it.
Yeah, but that one now, he is trying to say that they have been doing exit interview without the data, big data, and they have been understanding their customers with that. So I was seeing it now. Will it be an opportunity for the big data?
Since we are looking at opportunities of implement big data, I know here they are still discussing. They've not agreed to implement.
Okay, yeah,
The
it's true.
attrition point is implementing. It's implementing.
Yeah.
It's implementing. Is it clear?
Yeah, it's clear, yeah.
So we'll now go back to this place now. What does it mean by this? Skepticism too. What does it mean by that? For me, what he meant by that is if you are using, everything we are saying, you must be breaking reference to the data analytics.
Yes,
Because that by using the data and analysis, we'll be able to know our members' behavior and and be able to direct them to what suits them in terms of product offering, in terms of pricing, and in terms of engagement. By using data and analytics, we'll be able to know members that can switch from a lower range to a higher range, or customers that want to switch from a higher range to lower range, so that they can obtain the best behavior from them. That's whether we can understand another point.
Okay.
And in addition to the interview, all our clubs obtain members' feedback through survey, email, and customer feedback form. We use when members renew their membership. We have a lot of information in Optima. We don't need any more. Wow, 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 wow. So I can pick from here. Optimum efficiency in utilizing existing data on customers. You see that now?
Yes.
Do you need any agent to call your attention to that? So when we are explaining soon, we'll make reference to the discussion of the marketing director, and we must be customizing our answers to data analytics.
Okay.
To data analytics. So let's see if we can get another point. And how we guide you on the number of answers to give is based on the marks that are available. So yes, we have a lot of information, but we should make sure we can make better use of that. Okay, so you should respond to that. We could achieve this with big data analytics, something we don't currently do, but most of our you see, you're addressing that. I also think that mobile technology will be a game changer in fitness and leisure industry. People are becoming much more reliant on mobile application nowadays. No point there. I think we need to develop an optimal mobile app as soon as possible. This will allow us to better engage with members. Okay, I think I found that point here now. Developing app that aid member engagement. You see that? That's also an opportunity for us. That's also an opportunity for us.
You know, the question somehow is is tricky because so the opportunities you'll be looking out for is for the implementation of big data.
Yes, that's what the
Not
requirement
as
is
a
of the question.
not as a company in total.
Understand the question requirement.
Okay.
That's why I say in SBL class, most of those students I normally see, hey, blah blah blah. Before you ask them because they must have answered, because maybe they have gotten answer somewhere, but they don't understand how that answer come to be. Sometimes when they read the exam, they fail because they don't understand. When they're not in the exam hall, they will not be naked. You get it? But from you now, you have learned from your error. You have learned from your correction. Next question you'll be attempting. I'm sure you will improve better.
Yeah.
That's the essence of from this point too. I think look at what he said too. It presents us the opportunity to change how we approach traditional marketing, but we must by making use of social media marketing. Is that not an opportunity?
It is.
Yeah. So, and you explain that through the discussion. Let me see. Support for social media marketing. Data analytics will aid us in digital marketing by moving away from traditional marketing, and as such, we'll be able to reach and satisfy the needs of our several and esteemed customers. That is that. Then we go to B, which is threats. Isn't it?
Yes.
Please, if you are not clear, please. So.
No, I'm clear. I'm clear now.
Okay.
I actually pointed some of this the different way.
The what?
Like the opportunity now, I wrote a membership retention.
But
I
you
also
must follow
wrote
the paragraph by
customer
paragraph.
engagement.
You answer paragraph by paragraph.
Okay.
Do you get it? No cramming. Pick your answer. Customize your answer to the question. Look at the case study. Look at the exhibit. That's where you will pick your answers from.
Okay.
So what are the trends that you see? Anything that concerns data and technology. Number one threat, like I mentioned in the class, is what? Security.
Security, data security. Yeah.
Thank you. So you see now, number one is security. Remember what I said in the class? Number one is security. How does security represent a cost in form of membership data, Abi?
Yes,
members
membership
data.
data, yeah.
Isn't it? Then another one that threat is there's something we call mobile app. They are using mobile app as a threat. Mobile app as a threat. Because some customer will be careless with their password. That other one can use their information to come and access the gym. Isn't it? Then another threat that normally occur is data accessibility. Data availability. Availability. At times you may be trying to access the data, but it will not be on due to weakness in server. That's another threat.
Also,
I know
the cost of constant update.
cost of yeah. Cost of building the app, cost of building the app, and support for the app through regular updates. So we explain that soon. Is it tough? We explain that soon. Is that okay?
Yes.
Then we will go to I think that one's enough. Then we give our conclusion. Anything you do, we must must have an introduction.
Okay.
Introduction, we introduce the requirements. Introduce requirements. While conclusion, we now conclusion. We marry what you have done and your introduction, and explain that hope it will be useful. It will be useful for the purpose that the finance director want to use it for. Then you end with thank you.
Okay.
Is it clear?
Yes.
So let's look at the B. The B part. The B part says discuss benefits of both Optima. Discuss benefits for both Optima and its members of using mobile technology to market and deliver a service. This one is also will also be derived from that exhibit 7.
Okay.
So you get it, exhibit 7. And from what they are saying, that's what you are going to derive the answer from. From what they are saying. So from what they are saying now, line by line, how can we derive benefits of mobile technology now? So we are answering that question now. Benefits of mobile technology. Benefits of mobile technology. Yeah, line by line. Yeah, lead us this one now. Practicing what we just did.
Okay.
We are asked to me, if I want to answer this question, I will answer it into using table. Okay. The question asks that
benefit to Optima and benefit to customers.
Thank you. Thank you. Serial number. Benefits to Optima. Benefits to customers. You get it? So yeah, lead. Using what I've just said. So each of the paragraph is scanning for the answers of benefit to members and to Optima. What and what can you see?
As in for the customer now we already said, but it seems that it's a little close to these opportunities we discussed. Okay, first of all, there is this two-way engagement. It facilitates two-way engagement between the.
What advantage what benefits can you see from the first line?
Okay, maybe like a communication, improved communication between Optima and its customer.
So
or timely decision making for Optima.
timely communication. Why is this one giving me under timely communication and feedback mechanism with members? How is he doing that? You need to explain briefly.
You
get it?
Yes.
So what's the other one?
Is it under the customers or under Optima is supposed to be?
Under the customer.
Okay. Members, okay.
And that one is support customers fitness plan and journey. Fitness is a journey. This is a
Then
journey.
the flexibility can also be an advantage because they have more option to choose which plan to take.
Yes. Flexibility of plan. Flexibility of plans. All these answers we are picking it from the discussions.
Yeah, from discussion.
I'm also seeing.
And somewhere there's another SB that talked about it too.
Which SB is that?
There was one SB that talked about different services they have. Maybe from there you can derive that they have option of choosing which plan or maybe which service to opt for.
We can use this slide too for it. But this one will be for Optima.
Okay.
This will be for Optima. We are looking at benefits for Optima. So all what they're saying, but we must be skeptical by criticizing. So what is the first one I'm saying here for Optima? What can you see here based on that? What we are seeing on the screen?
Okay. Boosting retention rates.
How we boost it?
As in by retaining more customers.
Using the mobile app to Because we are talking about the app. So you answer more
Okay,
traffic.
yes.
Yeah, what are you saying?
As into membership retention.
Thank you. To boost membership retention and something I call referral scheme.
Okay.
I didn't need to based on what we have here. That's where I'm drawing the answer. Oh, so when you read, you will see some other points, benefits for the mobile app. And with that, you get your full mark. Because we have this skepticism. And the available mark is what? 24. Let's let it 24 marks. But let's say 20. Because in both we say you know get some parts. Any question?
Not really. Just that the A and B they look like they are related a bit.
They are not. The A is for opportunities and threats.
No, I
of
mean the
engagements.
opportunity part of the opportunity part of the A and the B.
But you know, for B, the kind of the SB that we are using for B is not the same that we are using with A.
To
We are tied to the it will be different, yes. ACCA cannot do mistake by giving you something simple for you to go through. No. Do you get it?
Yeah. The big data now and the mobile technology. I want to know what differentiate two of them.
Big data is what aids mobile technology. Mobile technology will be sitting on data.
Okay,
There can't be mobile
okay,
technology
yeah.
without data. Do you get it now?
Okay.
Without data, mobile technology cannot function. Like now, if you open your mobile app now, you want to buy data, you want to buy pay your OTP. It will be sourcing from several available. You get it? Several available.
Yeah.
Without it, it will not function. If big data is not available, that's why your this thing will be rolling. Your data is not available. Hope you know it now.
Yes. I think I've
So let's look
understood
at
what they mean.
the task 4.
Okay.
The task 4 is saying that the zone management of Optima has always placed emphasis on local autonomy, allowing local managers to, or at each fitness and leisures, to make decisions which best suits their local members and market condition. However, the finance director has received an internal audit report on Optima's control. Immediately you enter an audit report, your brain will go to what? Exhibit 8, which has identified several weaknesses as some of the Optima's fitness and leisure clubs. The finance director has asked you to help him prepare a report, which he will present at the next board. Prepare a report. This format is not different. For presentation at the next board meeting, which evaluate the potential impact of weakness which have been identified in optimal internal control activities and recommend. So get the question properly. They say prepare a report for presentation at the next board meeting. So you know your audience is now the board. And anything you are presenting to the board must be precise and straight to the point, which evaluates the potential impact of the weakness which have been identified. So we are looking at the weakness and recommend. So let's look at the exhibit. The answer will be from the exhibit. Answer will be from the exhibit. So this is internal finding. Which exhibit what? Exhibit 8.
8, yeah.
So yeah, let's glance through and see whether we now use what your colleague has done to see if she's right or wrong. Let me put the report on review format. Track changes. All markup. Yeah. So whatever we do here, she will know. So are you ready? Or
Yes, I'm reading mine.
okay.
Lack of this monthly performance review. They are not
What you should read
reviewing
is the exhibit. Read the exhibit so that we'll know
that's what I'm
what
reading
she has
now.
done right. Okay.
I read it before anyway, actually.
Okay, okay. So can we discuss the answers now?
Yes, we can.
So from the first paragraph, what can you deduce? First of all, let's look at the format that your colleague has used.
Okay.
To who are we writing to? Since we are
Okay.
responding to
Yes.
Jerry
Um,
Grant, you put his position in the brackets.
Okay.
Then from who, put your name.
Okay.
Sheyi Tinubu. What's your role? Senior corporate business analyst.
Mhm.
Then what's the date? Then what's the
Date of
subject?
the
Subject
exam.
will be re capital letter.
Mm.
Do you agree? And evaluation of internal control witness about weakness of internal control activities. So you get it. So the introduction aspects, I like it.
Yeah.
This report evaluates weaknesses, optimal limited internal control activities. The implication of these weaknesses are in terms So what's the first one that she picked?
Lack of review of monthly performance reports.
Okay. Are not regularly reviewing, or not all the about 20% of the club managers are not reviewing regularly. What are they reviewing regularly?
The performance reports.
They
are not reviewing the performance reports regularly.
Are not reviewing performance reports. Performance reports.
Okay, she said it, but she just added something to it.
Or not at all, or not all the performance monthly.
Or not at all the monthly.
No, this is a complete statement. Regularly. As sent by the head office. So you get it now.
Yeah.
I wish she's here. Monthly. Okay. Some are new. Some are not aware that they should be viewing this report. No. Anytime when there is no neither, nor cannot come. Neither are some aware that they should be reviewing. Neither are some aware neither are they aware. Neither are they aware that they should be reviewing this report, nor understand what this report contains. You see that it makes sense now.
Yes.
The implication of this could result in fraud or error in inadequate strategic decision and incomplete. She tried. So what she missed here is the requirement asks us to make recommendation. So what is our recommendation for this weakness?
They should be trained.
So you see now, that's what she missed here now. To her, she has answered this question. So you see now, the recommendation is missing. So from the weakness that you have seen, you will now embed what we call your recommendation to address this particular weakness. Or did she put the recommendation down?
I don't know. Maybe when we get down, we'll see it.
This is a wrong
Okay.
arrangement. She should
Okay.
have put it Control S. So Control V. This is where the conjunction should have been.
For number one.
Do you get this now? That is the
Mm.
essence of this class. So the next one, employment of unqualified staff. Where did she down? Okay, from line 2. Okay. Okay. One thing is also employed in the gym without relevant, at least. You say at least. Use the exact word that you use. At least without. Is it increase in health risk? No. Will result in poor handling of optimal customer. Which might bring about reputational damage. Okay. They're exposed to potential fine. Not fine. Not everything is fine. Potential, that's what something we call customer attrition. Potential customer attrition. Customers attrition. And likely regulatory liability. So put full stop here. Don't be writing complex statements. This might potentially this might potentially lead to loss of operating license. Optima Limited. So what's your recommendation? What we recommend?
I think
Let's see what she recommended.
those ones there should also be trained, the same training too.
Mandatory induction program. Okay. Okay. I think I agree with that.
Then for the existing ones,
But yes,
the
continuous training.
existing staff, yes, continuous training.
Mandatory induction program and continuous training for existing stuff. Do you get it now?
Yes.
So the next one, she says security access system to safety risk due to unauthorized persons accessing the club facility. At least 300. I like this thing that she wrote. Making use of the statement.
Mm.
Blah, blah, blah. Just use the scenario. Recommendation. Recommendation. Don't let me correct everything so that she will not fit take rejected. No,
She
I'm
tried
seeing some
though.
errors there. She's tried. I'm seeing
Okay,
some
she
errors
tried
there,
in her
but
points.
let me see. Let me. Is it just 13? Is it just to? Is it just to type tighten? Is it just to tighten?
Enforce access control.
Mm-hmm. Tighten. Implement access control.
Implement access control.
Access control. And what? Tighten club security. Tighten club security. For improved access system. Next one is for tender process. Okay. Tender process for what? What are that I take tender from? Refurbishment work.
Yeah, the refurbishment work, yeah.
Refurbishment work. This is how we mark all the missing points. All the missing ones are points that the student is missing. Findings recognize that the club manager authorized a major refurbishment without following. What's the recommendation?
Optima's tender process. There's
No?
related parties somewhere there.
Yes. No, this is wrong. The recommendation is wrong.
Okay.
You see it?
She said establish an internal control.
I don't know this can have for activities.
Except maybe she mean anyway, audit team cannot oversee.
No, they cannot.
Yeah.
They cannot. They cannot. Let me help out with the recommendation.
Maybe they will have to put different levels of
No, they must sanction the club manager. Arraign the club manager at staff disciplinary committee and sanction appropriately. That is fraud now.
It's fraud. Because
For
they did shabby work
this
with a significant amount of money.
breach of established control, isn't it?
Yes.
Let me help us save it and share it on the. I think she's done. I need to Gabi. Sugar. It's Olusoga. She must from Ijebu-Ode.
Maybe.
Olusoga. Let me share it with her. So we'll now go to number 2. Is it not better than we are doing like that? I think we are learning more.
Yeah.
I hope those that watch the video we also learn too. Who attended number 2? Is it you or?
I think it's Khadija.
Okay.
Mine is question 3.
Seeing that I'm not in the office, so it doesn't want to allow me to save something. It's a bit of our own control too. Optima. I like giving instant feedback because where is that our group? IoT. Where is that this thing? Respond.
Look at it. Okay.
Optima. So now it's for Adiza. She did number 2.
Yeah, she did number 2.
Okay. Yeah, she's number 2. Okay. 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 Let me give you a 15 minutes break, about 10 minutes break to take a walk. Or should we
Okay.
continue?
I wouldn't mind.
Yeah, let's take a break so that we have solved 2 questions now. So we
Yeah.
have 2 left. So let's take a 15-minute break so I can stretch your leg.
Mm.
That's one of the feedback I got, that I don't give you guys a break. I don't know who reported it, but I think it's a valid one. I do.
Yes,
Me,
it's
once I'm
important.
engrossed in work, I like to finish it, but life matters. So when are we coming
Yes,
back now?
exactly.
Tell me,
Okay.
when are we coming back?
That should be maybe 10 minutes to 10 minutes
To 1.
to 1. Yes.
Okay. Thank you. Oh yeah, let's solve. Let's solve.
Okay.
I was distracted by some students in advanced and insurance.
Okay.
So what are these offer? Hey,
Oh, so did you say in advanced taxation? I wanted to know whether they have started taxation.
it's advanced. Sorry, advanced audit and assurance.
Okay.
A call came in.
Okay.
Advanced audit and assurance. Are you coming for ICAN conference?
I wanted to register, but I'm not registered though. But I'm still. When is it ending registration?
See you. You don't want to come. You are not planning of coming.
I'm in Abuja, so I'm not spending anything except to pay the fees.
For the conference, yes. It's just 250.
I saw. I've been seeing the advert, but I'm hoping.
Okay, just be Loga.
If I don't have a serious work in the office, maybe outside work.
It's about that's the only time I normally go on leave. That's why I
Yeah,
like
to
to go
take some
for
days.
yes, I like to go for vacation.
Yeah.
Let's see the answer that Zainab gave us.
Hmm.
Okay, that one was just talking about opportunity and traits.
Yes.
So have you gone through it? Which of the exhibit have you seen?
Mm, I didn't read through it at all.
Hello, sir.
Okay. Okay.
I'm sorry, don't mind me, please.
No problem.
Don't mind me. You know, when some lecturers are handling class, they just be okay. Which of the exhibit?
The Ministry of Health Department of Health proposal. I think it should be that one.
That is exhibit 6.
SB6.
Exhibit 6. And she's not here to learn. No. Maybe she has O1B. Me too, I have O1B.
She,
So that I prioritize.
I think we can easily refer to the video later.
Yes. I prioritize. And as I am now, as I'm teaching this class now, I have to be somewhere by 3 to help them to MC a reception. Help them to MC a reception.
Well,
So, no, is that the question? It can't be this.
Is that not where we have the value for money? Oh.
It's not this. We have to apply an analytical skill. See, to incorporate partnership to deliver befit program for children and also value for money. We have done all this in class. Befit program for children. What is that?
Is in that SB6.
Is in exhibit here, it's exhibit 6.
Yes.
Then exhibit 5 will now help us with the other question. Me, I like to be sure
Yes,
because if you are
exhibit
picking
5 is for number 1. Oh,
if you are picking the answer
something like
from the wrong aspect, you have missed all the marks.
Yes.
Okay. Exhibit 6. Okay. So
these are the fast decisions you have to make in exam as fast as possible.
Yes.
Oh,
yes. Yes. To me, I like going through it. That's what I mean. I don't need to struggle much with my students. I want to follow me. Okay. Okay, so let's see what she did. Let's see what she did. What did they ask me to do?
The threats and
Analysis
opportunities.
opportunities in relation to undertaking a collaborative partnership with Department of Health. So what should we do? Technical skill in considering and reflecting on the available evidence relating to the proposed. So we have to work, we have to analyze Exhibit 6. And in looking at the Exhibit 6, must understand the perspective of the collaborative by looking at opportunities and threats. Okay, let's see what she did. Let me put it in review mode. So she will not say, Oga, now you change my what I write to. Back up. So, from so people don't like to mark their work. She did not put her name here. So from my what's my name? My name is Sheyi Tinubu. You can see your name is Peter Obio. I don't care. Huh? This we are in this September 13 now, 2025. So what are we expected to do? Okay, this is our introduction. Subject. Okay, very okay. Evaluation of the fit program proposal in partnership with Land Department of Health. Evaluation of the fit program proposal. So Optima hello, sir. Okay, look at an introduction. Introduction normally should outline the requirements, bending the required skills. So, do you think a requirement is okay? Eh?
I think it's okay.
No, I don't want that kind of political answer. Because it's recording, she will hear your voice. She will say, "Oh, women supporting women, where are thou?" Women supporting women, where are thou? Okay, for me, we are professional colleagues, so me, I will not be scared of. There is this report. This report, I like that. Do you know what they say? Prepare a report. This report outline the key consideration for optimal boards regarding the proposal to collaborate very okay, very okay, very okay. Opportunities. visibility in the fitness and leisure markets. Leisure markets of sealant nationwide. Being associated with the prominent and government backed by health program reflects our commitment. Other schools. If this is our answer, I, I rate her high. No, there are some answers that are too good to be true. If this is our answer, wow. Then, threats. Hmm. Hmm. Our answer are extremely correct. Then let's look at the next one, value for money. Remember when you did the public sector, that's what we considered. If this is a real answer, not copied from anywhere, they are correct. I like the introduction. I like the introduction. Introduction. Wow. Wow. Efficiency. Effectiveness. Wonderful. Wonderful. The answers are scintillating. Okay. Scintillatingly okay. Wow. Let's go to scenario 1. You solve number 1. Let's use your own question for number 1. Let's use your answer for number 1. Share your screen.
I didn't do much there.
Let's what you do. We'll work with what you do.
Okay, just did.
Yeah, take us through.
Okay, I was just out. I didn't organize them properly, sure. I'm
No,
supposed
just
to
take us
that.
through.
Okay. He said the value to Optima of understanding customer segment analysis. I just mentioned some of the points. I feel that it will help them to target more customers. When the customers from different demography could be reached, Optima undertakes if Optima undertakes customer segment analysis, and it will help them to get more customer from different demo, maybe from different age brackets or people that want luxury goods, premium services, and all that. So when they segment it like that, they'll be able to reach all the customers, the vast majority of the customers at a time. Then increase in market share. Since they have greater, when they reach more customers, definitely they are going to have more market share in Sealand, on gym industries, gym service industries. Then to help you to also assist them to improve customer satisfaction, because they have different unique service for different.
I want to make you finish before I correct. I think that's better, right?
Okay.
When you take me through, I will not correct. I think I will add value to you like that.
Okay.
Continue.
The customer segmentation will help them to improve their customer satisfaction, because customers from different segments, they
First of all, let me get. First of all, you need to start with which exhibit are you using? Which exhibit do you think will be okay? You start with that before going ahead to explain.
Yeah, it's true.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I was just trying to visualize the whole thing. I was just writing it on my own. I didn't target it, use any particular. Just from my understanding of
You
the
must
whole
target.
scenario.
Oh yeah, now that you have the time, oh, yeah, use a particular. Gain from me. Gain from
Okay.
me. At least you are doing sharing your screen now. You are not teaching me now. You are doing from me.
Okay, let me see once I okay, first I used this Sealand's Fitness and Leisure XB2.
Okay.
I got some information from there because it gave me the budget gym providers and the mid to high quality providers, which Optima belongs to. So I also from from about them too, there's also a place that actually stated that the different age brackets and what type of this thing they go for, what type of gym service they go for. So I
Okay.
don't know whether it's XB3 or is it XB3? Yeah, XB3 says something
Oh.
like that too. Then from that school, from the school, the Ministry of Health reports, I also captured some things there that they were trying to say that the children, they need a particular type of exercise, a different kind of
Okay.
exercise for their mental development and all that. So it's from all that I. And they also said there's
Yeah.
also a place they said that the youth, they like using the social media and the rest of them. While the elderly ones, they hardly have something to do with the social media. They are not socializing and all that. So it's from there that I just put up what I have here.
So continue.
Okay. So, oh, where's my screen?
This one now.
Oh,
You say, where's my screen?
can't find this screen though.
Oh, yeah, share your screen.
Okay. I already shared it too. I've already shared it, but like I clicked something and it went up.
Oh yeah, teach me like a teacher.
Okay. Okay, I've seen it. Oh, what's happening?
What's happening where?
I don't know what I'm seeing on my desktop. The
I'm not sharing
sharing
my
is
screen yet. So.
it's like I don't know what I clicked. I've already selected my assignment. It's okay. Okay. Oh, it was there. I didn't know. Okay, so then the increased revenue too is one of the value that can be added to Optima if they have, because the more customers are getting into their services, it's actually it's definitely going to generate more revenue for Optima. I've already spoken about this customer satisfaction too. Yeah, that's the 4 points I picked on the value to Optima. Then the advice or most appropriate way that Optima could segment its customers in order to target them more effectively. I listed they can segment using age, the age brackets. Just like I explained before, what the younger ones need is not what the elderly ones need. So when they do that, they can be able to capture all their interests, the customer interests, and what the services that are suitable for each of them. Then they can also use gender, because women and men.
Remember the topic that we learned this. Do you remember?
Okay. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, we did something like market. What is it
Mm-hmm.
again?
You see that I'm not rushing you. I want you to like be able to think. I remember
Yeah.
the way we did it that day.
What is it again? Is it market mix or what? I can't remember again. Market
Yes. Segmentation. Yes.
segmentation. Yes. Oh. Ah, I can't remember actually what. I can't remember the points again that we discussed that day.
But
But,
just pick your mind based on the scenario. Tag it to the scenario. That's why I'm not rushing you. Tag it to the scenario. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Don't let me come in now so that you
my
can.
head is just blank now. I don't know. I can't.
It can't be blank. Look at the scenario. Look at the case study. Maybe I
Yes.
did line by line with you.
Yeah. Yes.
I don't want to rush you out.
Okay, what I should check now is from my scenario. Okay, maybe I should refer to it first. Yeah, most appropriate way. Optimal could segment customers in order to target them more effectively. Can it be? Can it be? Okay, it's not this. It's not the 5 P's now.
Huh?
Is it the 5 P's?
It's not the 5 piece. So yeah, see whether you can use the 5 piece. See if you
I
can use
know
the
the
5 piece.
5 P's. You have the power, you have the price, you have the what again? You have the people. You have
I don't go rush you. I like you are there. You're almost there. You're almost there. You're almost there.
I can't remember again now.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Open the case study. Flip to it. Read line
Okay.
by line.
All right.
Oh yeah, flip.
Mm.
Flip to it line by line. Oh yeah.
Okay. I'm seeing a XB2 talking about sealants, fitness, and leisure industry.
Okay.
An increased awareness among people of all ages of the benefits of an active lifestyle. Okay. We can also see an initiative to promote health and fitness. Okay, the pricing, categorization and features of the industry. Okay. Prices charged by budgets, gym bill, okay, tend to be much lower. Yeah. Than the price by mid to high quality providers.
You are not teaching me. Oh.
Then from Optima's website, I can also see flexible membership, as in from focus on their customers. Then this CSR. I think it's from that XB2. XB2.
Yeah, take us there.
Yeah, SB2 is giving us the categorization and features of the industry. And they say there are two types of fitness and leisure provider in Sealand. One is the mid to high quality. Then the other one is the budget gym providers.
Why I appreciate you is that you are going through real. You do not copy any answer from anywhere. That's why I'm having that patience with you.
Okay.
Oh yeah. We must get it.
Okay, maybe we can, the approach to strategy, membership
You
contract
have my
type,
time.
and then the facility type, the accessibility. Maybe those might be the best ways they can segment those customers.
But you must segment it. Oh yeah, open the one that your colleague did and see if you can take a learning from that before I come in. You see, I have like 10 minutes for me to guide
Okay,
you.
their previous number works.
The answer submitted by your colleague, if
Okay.
that can jumpstart your memory. Open it and share. Speak to it the same way I speak to it.
I think my major problem now is to know the particular X beta I'm supposed to use, because I was just using a general understanding of the whole scenarios.
Wait, sorry, are you distracted over there?
No, I'm not.
Okay. So have you seen the answer she gave? Does that jumpstart the memory or I should dive in direct?
No, is it whose phone am I opening now?
Open the one for and open no, who did number 2? Check for who did number 2.
Number 2, okay.
You'll be a good teacher. That's why I'm having patience with you.
Okay, the way they structured it, is that what you want me to pick?
No, see whether the answer you are looking for. You say you feel blank. You say you feel blank. And
Okay,
when
number
someone you feel
two.
blank, that
Okay,
means
task force. Sorry, let me see. Is that Milona that did that?
number one. It's number one that we are looking for. Number one.
None of them did number one. I think
they did number one.
Okay, they did number one.
one.
Okay, let me open hers. Okay.
Is it helping you or I should dive in?
I think I'm seeing what they did.
So yeah, share it and see if you can speak to it.
Okay.
So that when you are teaching your students, you'll be able to like have patience the way I'm have patient with you. But you are a good teacher. You are a good teacher. You'll be a good teacher.
This market segmentation, I don't know. Have we done it before?
Yes, we've done it in this class. I also share material on it. I also share material on it.
Okay, maybe skip my mind.
That's why I share this material. They can read them, go through them before the class.
I didn't actually do it. I didn't read it for lack of time. So I think that's what's happened.
Yeah.
Okay.
People like to we pass the
This is
exam because they
what she
follow
did.
instruction. Yeah, can you speak to it? Do you think the answer is right? Now,
Yeah, it's right.
from critiquing, you can learn. From
Yeah,
critiquing, you can learn.
yeah. I think she elaborated more. Okay.
Like dive in now, or you want to take me through?
No, I think you can come in now.
So, what do you learn? Why do you say she's right, and why do you think what she wrote for
Like
you is
the
okay?
category of customer segmentation. Okay, she suggested, or rather she advised. She captured the broad the headings properly. Like this
Okay.
demography. I didn't use it as the broad heading. I just spoke about the age in mind. Then the behavioral segments, how customers behave and interact with their services. May also contribute to the type of segmentation they can adopt. Psychographic, attitude, value, and lifestyle. Okay.
Can you speak to it?
Yes, I think But this what they presented here, do they have any? It wasn't connected to the scenarios. Some of them. I
What you
think
printed, Abi?
they just explained it.
Okay,
And
so I like you from I like you for picking that out. So let me do this for you.
okay.
Let me do this for you. For number one, number one is your issue. Let me give benefit of somebody that stay in this class. What can I do for you? I'm trying to see. Okay, okay. I will send something to you now. I will send something to you now. Mm, please confirm if it has dropped.
Okay.
Or is that the best way for me to go with you? Okay, let me share my screen. Can you see my screen?
Let me stop sharing.
No, no need to stop sharing. I can bam. So let me first of all let you understand. Look at what you say here. As a result of the several challenges affecting fitness and leisure industry, in that Optimal Body is about to meet to discuss how it should strengthen and protect its position in the market. So when you want to strengthen and position in the market, what are you trying to do? You're trying to strategize. Is that what clear to you? The finance director has asked you to assist him in preparing for this discussion. Briefing notes for the finance director, which one assess the value of Optima to undertaking customer segmentation analysis. So when you are assessing the value, what tools will you use?
When you're assessing the value.
Yes. You know, we are trying to carry out customer segmentation. What tools will you use?
Is it not commercial acumen?
No, we are sticking with the requirement education, commercial acumen, yes. But what tools will you use? First of all, to know the tools that you will use, you will look at the what do you call it? The exhibits that talk about this. Which exhibit are we dealing with? The key to your answer is the exhibits. So let's go back to where they list the exhibits. Where is the exhibit? Where are the exhibits? So which exhibits will you use? Your answers are in there. Which exhibit are you using? You use part of exhibit 1 and exhibit 2.
Okay.
Because look at the question. The question is talking about value to Optima of undertaking customer segmentation analysis. What value would they take when they take customer segmentation analysis? So look at exhibit 1. Look at the overview. Exhibit 1. Then look at exhibit 2. They're not looking at the issue of the segment of the market, right?
Yes.
Then look at exhibit 3. This on Optima's website, telling us about them. Then look at exhibit 4. So which of the exhibits do you want to use? Do you think it's applicable for this?
At least exhibit 2. I know 2 will be 2 and 3.
2 and 3. Now look at 2 and 3. Let's go to get to categorization of features for the industry. So from here now, you should jumpstart your brain into what you need to look at to do. Oh yeah.
Okay, you pay as you go access.
Look at the features, approaches to strategy. That's where what we help you. Look at the approaches to strategy. That's what we help you. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I know there are. I think okay. Yeah, I know there are some people that would want the one for the low cost. So what I know, I think the way to segregate them now is what we're trying to arrive at.
Yes, and it's there. It's staring at you.
Yeah, based on the accessibility, based on the contract type, or is it correct?
First of all, for the what was the limitation? What is our target customer? Do we have our target customer there?
Yes, we have our target customers.
Yes, that's what we are looking at. Then how do we talk about competitiveness of our offering? When you are segmenting a customer, you must consider who are the target customer.
Okay.
What is the competitiveness of our offering? How do we prioritize each of the customer segments? The relationship in which we need to improve among the consumer. And how do we reach this consumer? Those are what this screen is telling us.
Okay.
That's what this screen is telling us. That is for one. And for the other part, they're talking about type of customer segmentation. Do you remember type of customer segmentation? When we talk about by behavior segmentation, demographic segmentation. Do you remember that?
Yes, I think
Psychographic segmentation.
Yes.
That's what the two part is asking of. Then for the CSR, which exhibit we use for the CSR?
It's from the exhibit, I think it's exhibit either 5 or so.
Part of exhibit 3 talk about CSR.
Yes.
Look at it here, CSR. Then before you now go to exhibit 5. So exhibit 3 and exhibit 5, that's what we use for the CSR. So they're not talking about importance in relation to customers and staff for CSR. The answers are here, are glaring to you on you here. The answers are glaring on you here. When you look at the answer that was documented by your colleague, she used the wrong format for it. Maybe being her first attempt, she used the wrong format. Normally, how can I help her? She's not here. Normally, when you are answering ACCA, you put all your points. Like this one be now, all these points, you put them together. Let me see if I can help us. Then where is our slide 2? For slide 1, she puts all the points inside a box, list the points before writing out the notes. Same thing for slide 2. You get this now? So look at slide 1. We are looking at the importance of relationship to customer and staff. Slide 2 is looking at importance of relations to wider external stakeholder. So here, all the points we have here will be put in a table. Let me say insert a table. Will be put in a table.
I actually did it
She will
like
now
that.
list them.
And then
Number
you
1.
explain down.
Number 2. Show here. Number 3.
Yes.
Based on the points, me, I will have seen the 5. Number 4. Number 5. That one is okay. Then you will now explain it below. Same thing for number 6 too. Slide 2. You also insert. Then you list your point first. Slide 1, point 2, point 3, point 4, point 5. Then you now explain, get your full mark. So can you document your number 1 and share with me? That I will now send your correct answer to you. If I give the answer like that, to me, I don't think I've added any value to you. Or do you want to give the answer like that?
Okay, let me see. I actually did mine
For
like
number
that,
1.
but just that, no, that CSR. The only thing is that I did not expand on it.
Okay, let me give benefits. Being the last person in this class and that stage, let me share
See what I wrote
with
here.
you. Yeah, share your screen. Okay. You beautiful. Then where is the explanation?
That's what I've not
Scroll
done.
up, scroll up, scroll up. Scroll up, scroll up.
No, these ones are the other ones.
After
3.
this, no, I mean
The
scroll up
slides. I'm
back to
supposed to
that
put the
slide.
notes.
Yes, put the
I'm
notes.
supposed to put the
So look
notes
at
and
what I just
explain
shared
all
with
the
you now.
points. Okay.
Look at what I just shared with you.
Okay.
And see if you agree with me or not. Do you agree with them?
Okay, I'm not seeing your slides, sir.
I've shared with you. I shared it with your WhatsApp.
Okay. All right.
Yes, that is your game being in this class till now. And for not
Okay.
abandoning us, like I'm not mentioning them because they will listen to this recording.
Okay.
To look at the way it was presented.
Yes. Okay. Okay. I don't think I've seen it.
Yeah, so open it and see the way I present the number. The first one was presented. It was presented A1, A2, and the CSR.
Yes.
Must gain from this class. You must gain.
So, it is well. Oh.
So have you seen it?
Yes, I've seen all of them.
So the presentation for that answer, 1A. Do you agree with it? You are free to say
Yes.
you disagree. You are free to say you disagree. I won't fight you.
No, it's okay. It's okay.
So please go back and read the technical article I shared with you on what do you call it? On market segmentation.
Market segmentation. Okay.
Yes. So that is your weak point now.
Maybe I think I've not gone through the video.
Yes, please go through it.
Okay, sir. Yeah.
So, any other question?
No other questions, sir. Okay. Everything is
So,
explanatory here.
I'm expecting you to document your answer for number 1 and share with me.
Okay.
In your own words. And share with me. So, when will I get this?
Maybe by Monday.
Can you imagine? Tomorrow is church.
Tomorrow is. I want to see if I can do some other things today.
Okay. So, what time on Monday?
Just before close of work.
Okay. Okay. I'm expecting it.
Mm.
Thank
Okay.
you. Have a blessed week
Thank you,
ahead.
sir. Thank you. The question number 1 is on the value, sir. Yes, sir.